Hello everybody, it's Toyah here for Toyah at Home. This one is actually a postcard home. Currently I'm on the P&O Britannia doing 11 concerts, and we go out into the Atlantic, we go round to the Bristol Channel and back, and then at the moment we're actually docked in Southampton, where I was 9 weeks ago when I played the Isle of Wight. It's very noisy, it's very busy, and it is very, very wonderful and glorious. We've been in a heat wave, but I can't enjoy any of that. As a singer, I can't afford to dehydrate, so I have to stay in the cabin. This happened in Bali 2 years ago. There was absolutely no way I could be in the sun and do a concert. It actually damages you internally as much as it does externally. Dehydration is a massive problem to singers. We have to drink so much water to keep the vocal cords absolutely in tip-top condition, but that's just a technical issue. So as I mentioned, we've been in a heat wave, and my only problem on this ship is I have left all my stage lipsticks in the car about a mile away that way in a heat wave. I don't know what I'm going to get back to in a week's time when I pick the car up. I mean, it's ridiculous, but lipsticks are so expensive. I've probably got about £200 worth of lipsticks all over the car seat. That's the glory of touring. It's just glamour, glamour, glamour. So far, we have done 4 shows on this very glorious ship. The passengers for the last 4 days have disembarked, and now a new lot are embarking. My shows are fully booked, been a huge success, and it's been very, very exciting and very wonderful to be able to do this. Our first song today is me at home on green screen singing for the first time Hyperventilate of In the Court of the Crimson Queen. It's such a wonderful, fun, heartfelt song. Enjoy Hyperventilate. Why is it so brittle, this thread that holds us together? Why is it so subtle, the chance to mold us forever? How is it so painful, yet it makes me feel alive? I hyperventilate. Every heartbeat demonstrates what it's like to lose the one I choose to be by my side. Let me be your bride. I'm tired, yet I've tried. I cried once, I cried twice. It's not nice, it's not nice. How can I justify this thing that makes me grieve? How can I verify I am what you need? How is it naturally love conspires to deceive? I hallucinate. Gone beyond heartache in my altered state. You're the one I choose to be by my side. Let me be forever tied. I've tried and I've died. I cried once, I cried twice. It's not nice on thin ice. So subtle, the chance to mold us forever. How is it so painful, yet it makes me feel alive? I hyperventilate. Every heartbeat demonstrates what it's like to lose the one I choose to be by my side. Let me be your bride. I'm tired, yet I've tried. I've cried once, I've cried twice. It's not nice on thin ice. Me, your bride. I'm tired, yet I've cried. I've cried once, I've cried twice. It's not nice. It's not nice on thin ice. That was Hyperventilate from In the Court of the Crimson Queen, filmed at home on green screen. I loved singing that again. I loved it so much. I think it's going to go into the set. It was quite interesting getting on this ship. It was actually staggering. We all had to have in the moment real-time COVID tests, and then we had to wait for the results before we could even board the ship. So Chris Wong is on the ship with me, my MD from the Toyah band, and we've come to the conclusion that this P&O ship is probably the safest place we could possibly be at this moment in time. The staff are phenomenal. They're mostly in from India, some from Goa, and they are just so gorgeous. They're so technically brilliant. The venue we're in is the Limelight Club, and we're going to play you Zoom Zoom sound check with me and Chris Wong a little later in the show today. They are just so accommodating, so lovely, and they just so much fun. And at the end of our show, when we do Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll, because I'm such a huge Joan Jett fan, all the crew in the area line up at the back of the venue and do choreographed dancing, and it's beautiful, and the whole audience, we're just up on our feet. No one can come on the dance floor. There is still that kind of social distancing honoured on this ship, and it will be for a while, I think, but people can sit at their tables, have a gorgeous meal, have a drink, enjoy the show. I encourage them to rock on the spot, and by the end they are on their feet rocking on the spot, and the crew are joining in as well. It's been so much fun. I've really loved it. Our first question today is Paula Humphreys, and she says, Toyah, you're looking fantastic. What's your secret skin-wise? Well, Paula, I'm actually feeling my age a bit at the moment because work has really kicked in and there's a lack of sleep and a lot to do. My main key thing, and this doesn't suit everyone, and I have to tell you, it has its consequences. I drink 5 litres of water a day. It's incredibly important. Now, let's put this into perspective. It does mean there's visits to the bathroom every 5 minutes, especially for Fripp, who does the same. But a lot of illnesses, a lot of sudden illnesses, and even heart attacks are associated with dehydration. I cannot tell you how important it is to have between 4 and 5 litres of water a day. So that helps the skin a lot, but I still manage to be incredibly dehydrated. When I do a show, I can lose up to 5 pounds in weight if it's a 2-hour show, and most of that is just loss of body water. Sweating profusely and all of that, as unglamorous as that sounds. I also avoid processed foods. For some reason, we know they're all fabulous tasting and they're really addictive and they're absolutely gorgeous, but they just don't do the lymphatic system of the human body much good. So I prefer to eat just fresh vegetables, preferably not cooked, but dietitians say they need to be cooked. Not everyone can process uncooked kind of raw carrots, raw beetroot, raw onion, etc. I eat fish. I prefer not to, but I do eat fish because the body needs protein. And when I need the body to go into ketosis, yes, I think that's the right word, I eat boiled eggs. So I kick in that process within my body that allows fat burning. I have natural oils like olive oil, sesame oil, nut oils. I'm not allergic to nuts. So let's say my breakfast is literally a large palm full of nuts, which are walnuts, almonds, pecan nuts, hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, a large handful of dried apricots, which Sydney Jakes says is nothing but sugar, but boy do they keep you regular. And then I have usually a bowl of cornflakes for some carbohydrate, and then lunch is just masses and masses and masses of fresh vegetables and fruit, and I find that that helps keep me dehydrated. Always clean your makeup off at night. Never go to bed with your makeup on unless you really think you're going to lose your boyfriend if they see you out of makeup. But it's important to cleanse and moisturize, and that literally is it. I don't have time for everything else. I don't think I've had any facial fillers for about 2 years, and I would normally have those in tiny amounts just to give me my lip line, and occasionally Botox if I'm not working, to just give my face a rest so the deep wrinkles can't condition the skin into that muscle memory. But I'm 63, I want to play roles of a 63-year-old, so I'm not scared of wrinkles. It's not a problem for me. I will end up being a character actress. I'm very small, I'll never be a lead actress. So character acting is what I need to lead into. And I think within music, you know, women can have a certain degree of wrinkles. Within music, it's weight that's the big issue with promoters. Believe it or not, even in this day, weight is a big issue. And with the press, they would just jump on you. I mean, they'd just attack you if you put weight on. So I think my skin is down to fresh food. In the last month, I've been so busy, I was eating pizza just to give me energy. And wow, it did exactly the opposite. Gave me no energy whatsoever. So when I do a show, I can get through a show on the calorific energy of eating one apple or even an orange. That will get me through a show, and I try not to have any other form of calories other than that. I'm really strict about it, to the point of being really boring about it. But I don't like overeating. I hate feeling full, and I hate eating at night. It's actually one of my main dislikes, is having food after about 6 in the evening, and that helps a lot. So I'm now going to show you a diary of the ship while it's empty. Let's have a look round this beautiful boat. So here I am on my balcony, which I'm very, very grateful for. It's just so lovely to have fresh air and see the sea, and at night see the moonlight on the water. This is my very gorgeous cabin that is also my production office, because we're still running Toyah YouTube and all of our social films on social media. I have not come away without a guitar, because Sydney Jake texts me every day saying, "Are you practicing guitar?" And I am. This is my little wardrobe. The venue has been so hot, I can't wear my usual costumes. I would just melt. We've had something like 31-degree weather. This is my bathroom where I put on my makeup. So it's all very, very beautiful, clean, comfortable, bijou. And I will say that the COVID protocol has been absolutely staggering. The staff are amazing. So I'm going to take you out, and to do that I have to have a mask on. So here we go. We have mask protocol on this ship. I'm going to close this door so I don't cause air pressure when I open the cabin door. And here we go. This ship is enormous. It's fabulous. So you have about 16, 17 floors that we have access to. So every night I go down 3 floors to floor level 5. I don't use the lifts. We really need exercise when you're on ships, so I always use the stairs. Now, here, where are we? Where are we? I'm lost already. I was looking for a very large theatre. I'm going to go down another level. So there's no passengers on the ship at the moment, which is why I can do this. So I am currently on level 6. There's that theatre. Have a look at this. I think this is a little casino. I've not been in here, but while there's no one around, I can show it you. So a little bit of Las Vegas on the sea. It's very, very popular. Lots of people in there. I kind of stick away from that place. I go to places where I don't have to raise my voice so that I can have my top notes. I'm not going to be able to show you the limelight because there's people there who don't want to be seen. So let me try this way and see what I can discover. Okay. I mean, it is literally like a city on water. So here we are in a deserted bar, and we keep finding places. So massive social. I mean, it's just so big. It is so impressive. And when you're not on the ship and you're standing by it, just looking at it, it's like a skyscraper. You think, how on earth does that float? Oh, have a look at this. This is gorgeous. This is like an atrium. And it's absolutely magnificent. So you can shop on board ships. We're not leaving British territory, so at the moment, product is not exempt of VAT. But this atrium is absolutely gorgeous. So here we go. I mean, it's massive, look at that. You guys, do you mind if I come down and say hello to you for my Toyah at Home broadcast? Is that okay? Thank you. So while there's no passengers on the ship, obviously this is when maintenance happens. We're staying on board because of COVID restrictions. We can't leave the ship, which makes us all feel very, very safe. I mean, look, there's even an art gallery on the ship. So you can come and buy art, which is just lovely, lovely. So here we have the most fantastic musician doing his sound check. How are you?
Oh, very well. How are you?
Do you want to introduce yourself? This is my Toyah at Home audience.
Hello, Toyah at Home audience. My name's Andy Foster.
And you play everything, don't you?
Well, not everything, no.
Well, you're a fantastic saxophonist, fantastic guitarist.
I don't play the piano, but I really wish I had. But,
yeah, I wish I could too. But also, you sing as well, which is incredible.
I do sing, yes.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's good. I'm just rejoined the ship on Sunday.
And how long are you on for?
Probably about a month to 2 months. I'm not sure yet.
Ooh, that's really good.
It's a nice little. It's lovely to be working again.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you, Andy.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good show today.
Thank you.
So this is actually a Costa Coffee down here, and I found my venue. Here it is. So this is the Limelight Club, and I perform in here, which is just gorgeous. And people have lunch, they have drinks. It's sound-wise, acoustically, it's absolutely stunning. So Chris Wong and I are on this ship developing the new sound for Posh Pop, the stage show. It's going to have lots of harmonies, it's going to have lots of soundscapes. It's going to be really very, very special and quite different to anything I've done before. And it's really exciting. So this has allowed Chris and I to develop that, to develop and learn Posh Pop so that we're ready to start gigging in really a couple of weeks, which is just fantastic. So this is this huge and beautiful space on the Britannia P&O. And I love it. I mean, it takes about 15 minutes to walk across it. And the stairs just do me so much good. So I'm going to head back to my room using all the stairs and getting very, very out of breath. And no doubt I will get lost again. Here we go. Suddenly, I'm in Las Vegas. Give it a couple of hours, this is going to be very, very busy. the stairs. Here we go. Where am I? What level? One more level. This is how to keep fit. Yay! One Goose's room. No, I think he's up by the pool. He's making the most of the weather. My room, back to the office, back to doing press on Posh Pop and filming. That was a trip round this beautiful ship while it's empty. At this present moment, the new clientele are embarking onto the boat. It's going to have 500 more people than it did on our last trip because of COVID restrictions slightly lifting. They're going to be adding and adding. I believe this boat can take as many as 4,000 people, and in the last 4 days we've had 1,500 on. We're now moving to 2,000. Then we have one other leg in the following week where they are going to be at 3,000, and it's going to be very interesting because all of us are testing our confidence as we're stepping out of what we've been used to in the last 15 months. Debbie C, you ask a question that has really brought me some memory lane moments. What is your favourite science fiction TV show that got you interested in fantasy and science fiction, and did it inspire your songwriting? Well, everyone knows I love Doctor Who, but there were obviously programmes before Doctor Who, like The Twilight Zone, which I remember seeing when I was very little and utterly terrified me. This idea of other dimensions, these ideas that ghosts and aliens and monsters can pass through dimensions, that was all introduced me via America's Twilight Zone. Terrified the living daylights out of me, but nothing scared me more than a puppet show when I was very young. I think I was about 3 when I started watching this, called Fireball XL5, and I believe it had a kind of dinosaur dragon in it. Oh boy, I used to burst into tears whenever I saw this. I used to have to look under the bed in my bedroom before going to sleep to make sure it wasn't there. It absolutely terrified me. Then there was Space Family Robinson, which was lovely. That was family viewing, but I think the one thing that really got me addicted to fantasy and sci-fi was the very early Star Treks with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. They were fantastic. They were wonderfully camp, wonderfully showbiz. You could see the sets move, you could see the monsters in their rubber suits. It was just glorious. You could fantasize about science fiction without being terrified about it. And I watched that, I believe, every Thursday after watching Top of the Pops, from the time I was about 4 years old right through to when I left home at the age of 17. Glorious, absolutely glorious, and so inspiring. Now, I filmed Chris Wong and I doing our sound check in the Limelight Lounge here on the Britannia, doing Zoom Zoom, which we put into the set the second night we were on this ship. It was a bit of a challenge because this is quite a complex song to sing, but bear in mind this is just me and Chris, and when we go on the road there is going to be many more musicians and all of us are going to be singing. This is going to be a lovely way for Chris and I to learn Zoom Zoom and other Posh Pop songs. So here is our sound check. Enjoy. So here we are in sound check with the wonderful Royston, who's done our sound all week. He's been absolutely magnificent.
Thanks.
Got Wongi here. And this room, this is the Limelight Club. I mean, it's completely sold out for the whole of our 11 concerts. And it's just so perfect for the new show. How you doing, Mr. Wong?
I'm just dandy, thanks.
This is Zoom Zoom. Do you want to start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now every Look at me on my iPhone, I am the number one. What do you believe in now? There's the truth to suit the view. You created a fairy tale. If you're the future, I wanna know. Do you wanna start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you wanna start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do it in your bedroom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now everybody zoom zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a baby boomer. I wanna be a millionaire. I want you to have my baby. I wanna be a star. Talk like Andy Warhol. Hunting in the night, got his eye on you. Taste me, I'm a flavor. I'll do anything you want me to. What do you believe in now? Then the truth to suit the you. You created a fairy tale. If you're the future, I wanna know. Do you wanna start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you wanna start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do it in your bedroom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now everybody's in zone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby boomer, I wanna be a millionaire. Walk like Andy Warhol. I wanna be a star. Do you wanna start a revolution? Do you wanna start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you wanna start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do it in your bedroom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now everybody zoom zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's talking about the black hole. Everybody's talking about the new world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you want to start a revolution? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do it in your bedroom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now everybody's zoom zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now everybody's zoom zoom. Zoom zoom. That was the sound check with Chris Wong and I of Zoom Zoom on the P&O Britannia. The other night, a very young compere introduced me. He was probably about late 20s and knew very little about me, but was learning about me from everyone on the ship because the demand to see my show has been huge and it's just completely booked out. They can't get everyone in to see it. And he walked on stage to introduce me and he remembered the amount of hit singles, the amount of albums I made, and then he forgot my name, and it was so funny, and we have not allowed him to forget this. The whole crew have found this hysterical. So he went to introduce me and he went, "Here she is, Wilcox," and it was just beautiful, and we've not let him off the hook since. I think that will follow him around for quite a few years. So Jean Stobart, thank you. You have sent us our last question today, and you say, would you say you've had more inspiration to write songs during the restrictions? Yes, I have. Has it fired up more ideas? It certainly has. Was Posh Pop easier or more difficult to write? The astonishing thing about the COVID restrictions and shutdown was the silence. I'm not used to that. I am always having to solve problems. I always have to solve problems for Robert. I have to solve problems for the band, for my production company, Toyah Wilcox Limited. It's just problems, problems, problems. They're not bad problems. You can have very good problems, but that you can also have really tedious problems like organising food, hotels and all of that. During lockdown, I decided I'm not willing to spend my creative energy doing that anymore, and I've now taken on someone who does that very brilliantly, and they do it with goodwill in their heart rather than having a rat bag like me doing it. And this has completely freed me up to be a creative human being. Now, in the silence of lockdown, in the first 3 weeks, I didn't know what to do, and then I suddenly realized that this is one massive opportunity to put everything together that I've been intending to do for the last 20 odd years. And I was able to write, and it was very easy to write because nothing was distracting me whatsoever. The internet was silent, email was silent, the phone was silent. And I realised a few days ago on this trip when we passed Lundy Island and the captain was telling us the story of a millionaire buying Lundy Island and moving onto it with only 30 other people. This is how writers write. They lock themselves away in seclusion to stop distraction and also to stop outside influence. So where I found myself in lockdown, I found the real me again. I was no longer a businesswoman. I was the real me, the me that was creating all the lyrics for Sheep Farming in Barnet, Blue Meaning, for Anthem, The Changeling. I mean, everything came back to me. I was still there and I could find it again. I could throw off those layers of survival and being a survivalist in an industry where you have to stay on top of everything. And I could just create. So in answer to your question, Jean, it gave me so many ideas, and I still have those ideas, and I now want to prioritize those ideas and stop letting the mundane distract me from being the creative human being and the creative artist I now know I can be. Lockdown gave me that confidence. I loved writing Posh Pop. I've got no food, but I've managed to attract a little friend. I wonder if he thinks I'm going to throw him a chip. It's a lovely huge seagull, and that's the first one I've actually seen in a week, so he's probably not getting enough food around here. In lockdown I came up with so many more ideas, and I feel so dedicated to Toyah YouTube. Also, I'm taking on the role more seriously of being involved as a film producer. It's quite a large project that I'm involved in, and quite a large studio I'm about to come involved in, and that will be who and what I become when I feel I don't want to tour anymore, which is quite a way away at the moment. The new lineup of Posh Pop is so exciting and so exhilarating. I think that's going to keep me connected to live singing for quite a long time. So there is a lot going on, Jean, and it is, I think, with great thanks to the time and the silence I was given during the restrictions. I mentioned that Posh Pop was easy to write. It was, because we hadn't done any writing, Simon Darlow and I, since we wrote Hurricane in 2018. And it was in us. There was so much world experience in us. And the whole event of COVID, the terror of COVID, the learning curve, the new age, the new world was so bizarrely inspiring, and the connection with my audience through technology and through the desperate need for technology and the gratitude for Zoom and for Skype and for Facebook, for WhatsApp, for YouTube, all of that gratitude made me a new person. And I truly believe that the lockdown restrictions and the experience of the restrictions made me and my husband better people and better artists, and that is very, very inspiring. So Jean, thank you for that question. Now it's the release day of Summer of Love, our next single off Posh Pop, so we have an exclusive for you. This is the video to Summer of Love. Enjoy. It's a powerful song and it's a beautiful, beautiful video. Lots of love. See you next week. See you tonight for a reminiscence of Toyah and Robert, and see you tomorrow Sunday lunch for a reminiscence while Robert is away on tour. He's back on the 15th of September and then we're really going to rock out. Lots of love from Toyah. Bye for now.
Don't you know, desire feeds your mind. Don't you know, what you see is like a dream. Do you believe what you're told is true? It's all going down at the beach. We're all getting high by the sea. Love, peace, touch me, joy, dance, come, connect with me. All we need is a summer of love. Bring it back, we'd only just begun. All we need is a summer of love. Let's get it on, fan the ball. Blood red horizon, fire in the sky. Out of sight, out of mind. Let's forget another time. Closing in, it's a sin. Let's go outside. We're all getting high by the sea. Love, peace, touch me, joy, dance, come, connect with me. All we need is a summer of love. Bring it back, we'd only just begun. All we need is a summer of love. Let's get it on, fan the ball. Give us back our innocence, watch it grow, break down. Love, peace, touch me. All we need is a song.